Welcome back to week 2 of Language Arts, Mrs. Zabrowski's class. Want to do the video along with the slideshow, so hopefully you can answer any questions. We'll kind of do it day by day like we did last week. I know there were some issues with Schoology and connecting with Google and things like that, so I'm going to go through, we're going to add the key things that we left off last week, and I'll kind of explain that. But basically, over the next couple weeks, you guys are going to be writing a short story about a topic that you've already reached or researched. So, what you're doing this week is basically pre-writing, like thinking about what is my story going to look like? What did I learn from my research? How can I make this a realistic story that also touches on some of the information that I learned? So, the other thing about this week, you might notice we have April 6th to the 9th on there. This is a short week. So, Friday is a non-school day. So it doesn't mean you can't email me or get in touch with me. It's a non-work day. So all of our stuff that's normally due on Fridays will just be due on Thursday. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're looking at the week and the dates. But basically this week we're going to be pre-writing, starting to think about our story. So we're going to think about how do we build a character for your realistic fiction story. And then later in the week, we're going to talk about conflict, which really drives your story, right? We don't want a story where the character wakes up, has a bland, normal day, and goes to bed. No one wants to read that story. No one wants to watch that movie. So we need to think about what's the conflict? What drives the information? What makes the story move along? And then we're going to talk about independent reading. We did not do that last week because we had some issues with Schoology, so I just didn't worry about it with you guys, so you might have seen it on the slides. We're not going to worry about it. I'm going to be reading a book to your class. I'm also going to show you some ways to link some free books in case you don't have one at home. So don't worry about the reading independently until Wednesday. I'm going to introduce that on Wednesday. For right now, we're going to focus on building a character. So your first big goal this week is to think about who's going to be my main character, who's going to be driving this story. There is on this page, if you want to click on the link and listen to one of the Pixar artists talk about why character development is so important. So all these movies on here for Pixar, any movie that you love, you think about the action's important, the conflict, the setting, but really what drives a story is the main character, how you feel. Do you have empathy for them? Do you like them? Are they funny? Do you want to be like them? So there's a quick video if you would like to watch that. And then my computer is, there we go. I might have skipped quite a few there. No, I did not. Okay. Sorry guys. So in summary, your job is to think about, how do you fully develop a character? What do you think about? And then we're going to talk about 3 things. External stuff, what's on the outside, internal stuff, how do you feel? And then thinking about real life characters and drawing inspiration from those people. So external features, traits, we've talked about this a lot. That is, what do they look like? How old is your character going to be? What do we know right away? We talked about all those cliches and things like that. If someone's wearing the glasses and has the pencil pouch in the movie, your assumption is they're the nerd, right? Or the jock walks in with the Letterman's jacket and he's punching somebody and he's being mean. We talked about how those external traits help you figure out something about a character. We talked about cliches and what those mean, and that's something we've covered. If you're thinking about Elsa, like long blonde hair, slender blue eyes, princess, usually dresses in blue, things like that. Those are all the external things. Internal things are all those things inside, your personality. We've talked about steel. What does a character say? What do they think? What emotions? How do they make everyone else feel? And so you want to think about the internal stuff. What personality traits drive your main character? What are they like? How do they feel about things? How do they make other people feel? Things like that. Elsa, if you're talking about internal stuff, she's brave, powerful, and goes from unsure to confident. She doesn't know what to do and then knows at the end how to fix those things. You can draw things from characters that you know. Remember that you're creating a realistic fiction story. So it's not going to be someone that has superpowers or things like that. This is someone that could exist in real life. They can't be Superman. They can't talk to animals and animals can't talk to them. It's not going to include dragons and unicorns and witches and wizards because this is realistic fiction, day-to-day life. So I have over here Greg Heffley from the Diary of Wimpy Kid series. He's a true-to-life character that has real things happen to him in real situations. So for this short story, you've got to keep it to realistic fiction. So your first assignment, the first thing we're going to do is when you go to Schoology, you're going to look under the materials, April 6th to the 9th, and it's going to be a build a main character assignment. So I want to just quickly show you, if you go to the Schoology's main site, this doesn't ever let me click on there. Hold on just a second. Sorry, guys. If you go to Schoology's main site and you go to your class and you click on here, April 6th through the 10th, first thing you're going to do this week, Monday or Tuesday, is the build the character. And if you click on it, you're going to see, this is the teacher view, but you're going to see what's your main character's name, where does your character live. All of this is going to be, you're going to answer these questions as your homework. So when you go to the main Schoology site, it is going to be there. It is also, it's going to be under materials. I will also link it and put it here under upcoming, so you'll be able to find it there. And that's going to be your first assignment. So if you're looking at just what's due this week, first thing we're going to do is work on creating a character. And then we're going to talk about conflict. So I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I've talked to you already for about 6 minutes, which is a lot. So first thing we're going to do is build a character, and then tomorrow and Wednesday we'll talk about creating conflict and then what the reading response will be. All right? Just same as always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And, have fun with this. Think about what your topic was and what kind of character it would be. Would it be someone that is your age? Would it be someone that that you know in real life? Do you have someone in your life that's a great character that you can automatically start to think, oh, I could really, write about this person. I could be funny and I could think about characteristics they have internally and externally. So start to think about that. Be creative. It is a short story, so I don't want you to have too many characters because then it gets to be too long. So for this story, try not to, have 16 people that are the best friends of the main character. Keep it short, keep it sweet, so that you're not writing about a bunch of different people and trying to juggle that. So think about who is your main character and maybe then one or two other people that are going to be involved in the story. All right? Have a great week. I'll be back tomorrow with another video for the next part of it, and then we'll start to think about conflict, how that's going to drive your story. All right? Have a great day.